Now on CoastTV News.
The latest winter storm didn't disappoint. We saw 5 to 8 inches of snow across the region. The snow has tapered off this morning. Coming up, I'll have the latest snow totals and talk about the next round of rain headed our way coming up next.
Coming up, we give you a live look at the conditions on Coastal Highway.
Snow clearing efforts, we will track that work and the conditions on our main highways.
Icy impact, the reports overnight of crashes even after state agencies recommended people stay off the roads.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And we start our newscast with a live look along the canal in Lewis, and you can see a lot of the precipitation, the snow that we were getting earlier, that looks like most of it is gone. If it's out there, it's very light. We are several hours, though, into our second big winter system in as many months. And we are working under a first alert weather day for Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
And good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. Welcome to our 5 o'clock hour.
And as we continue our coverage of this to help with getting the information about this weather event, we have our reporters in the field. Brandon Ferguson is in our first alert weather Jeep on Coastal Highway. Emma Aiken is in Milton. So here we go again with some serious winter weather. And we will check in with Brandon and Emma in a moment.
But we're going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey to tell us a little bit more about this storm. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Elisa and Matt. And as I mentioned, this storm did not disappoint. About 5 to 8 inches of snow fell across the area. But now it's pretty much over, leaving us just cloudy with maybe a little bit of snizzle, a little bit of light, very light snow and or drizzle right now. Otherwise, we're looking at mainly cloudy skies at the present time. And we're looking at temperatures hovering right around the freezing mark. You can see in Sussex County, we had that snow earlier, even some rain and a wintry mix farther south, but now it's just overcast, and the same around Salisbury, Liberty Town, and Ocean Pines. We can't rule out a little drizzle or snow flurries, and the eastern shore right now is much quieter, but there's another little flare up of snow now moving into Delmarva, southern parts of Delmarva, and a little bit of rain farther south. So we're not quite done with this system yet, but the brunt of it is farther south now, and still a little bit of snow and rain this morning, and then we get another round as we go into this afternoon and evening, and that will be primarily rain. The winter storm warning has been discontinued for Sussex County, but it continues from Hurlock to Salisbury over towards Ocean Pines until 10 a.m. because we have very slick road conditions out there. It's slushy, snow-covered, delayed travel if you can. And we're looking at temperatures hovering right around that freezing mark or just above, and we'll be melting that snow today. We've got a northeast wind right now. Visibility is good, but we can't rule out a little bit of fog as we go through the morning. So clouds, a little bit of light snow, some drizzle this morning. Temperatures warming through the 30s and then into the low 40s this afternoon, melting off a lot of that snow. And then I think we'll see the rain building in as we go into this evening. So a few snow flurries this morning, but the big news is that temperatures rising above freezing, close to 40. So we're melting a lot of that snow, but not done with the stormy weather yet. More on that coming up a little bit later in the newscast.
Thank you, Bob. And we started to see that snow sometime around 2:30 on Tuesday afternoon. So we're about 14 hours into the system.
Yeah, Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson is live riding in our first alert weather Jeep on Coastal Highway. That is the busiest road in Sussex County. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning, Elisa and Matt.
They're in Brandon's and mine.
All right, well, we seem to have some technical issues with Brandon, so let's check out on the road some of the areas around Delmarva. This is Ocean City. Here's what it looked like moments ago. This is high above 94th Street. You can see the roads there. That is Coastal Highway in Ocean City. Roads are fairly clear. They did a nice job getting that main highway cleared of snow. And as we continue with our coverage of the snowstorm, earlier we saw the main highways. How about those side streets and neighborhoods? We're going to go now live to Milton.
And that's where we're going to find Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken.
Good morning, guys. Where I'm at in this neighborhood, yeah, my feet are definitely in a good couple inches of snow. This is that heavy, wet snow. It's very good for packing snowballs. It feels heavy. If you can I don't know if you can hear my feet crunching, but if you follow me over this way, the plows, we've seen the plows coming through this neighborhood. They're kind of leaving this barrier here on the road. The roads look a little bit slushy, but nothing too crazy. And we'll check back in a little bit later on. But for now, back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Emma. And new this morning, Milton says locals should not expect trash collection by Casella today. According to the town's website, the company will operate on a one-day delay, meaning trash collection will now happen tomorrow and yard waste will be picked up on Friday. And you may remember the last time Delmarva saw this snowfall, Casella canceled trash pickups for the next day as well.
On Tuesday, in anticipation of the snowstorm, people in Ocean City put up their windshield wipers. Always a good tip there. Heavy wet snow began in OC around 2:30 in the afternoon. Road conditions leading to some good reminders that if you have to be out driving.
Make sure you're leaving a good distance between you, another vehicle, and especially plow vehicles if they're out and about working the road.
And looking more regionally now, you may have noticed that in parts of Maryland, the roads are not that bad. That could be due to the road crews getting a head start on protections across Dorchester County. And before that snow started to fall, local businesses were prepping the plows and salting the roads. They say they're not expecting anything different this time around compared to last month's storm. But they do plan to pay more attention to the roads less traveled.
Because they're probably mostly concerned about the major highways, but a lot of people forget about is the back roads. They're the worst usually. We're going to stay around the clock more instead of just on a regular basis schedule.
Local road crews say they'll be out throughout the night working to plow the roads in local neighborhoods right there in Dorchester County.
This does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what's the best part of a snow day?
Let's see. So 47% say the scenic views, 35% say cozy indoors, 11% say outdoor fun, and 7% say short work and school days. Honestly, I think scenic views is my favorite.
I tell you, it did look very pretty
when
it was coming down yesterday and this morning when we woke up. Yeah.
I agree. Well, if you haven't voted yet, you can still do so on coasttvnews.com or on our mobile app. And for continued coverage for this expected winter storm, listen to all of our radio stations, download our Coast TV First Alert Weather app, follow our live updates. We are your source for these winter events.
And Bob was telling us about snow, rain, as storms are striking much of the continental U.S. today.
And a third could be on its way. Amy Kiley shows us how in some areas those results could be devastating.
We're calling it a parade of storms.
Tens of millions of Americans are under weather alerts from 3 storms hitting in a row.
This parade of winter storms is being driven by the upper-level winds known as the jet stream.
Areas from Kentucky to the mid-Atlantic are dealing with inches of snow after the first storm began yesterday. Virginia State Police report hundreds of driving accidents and dozens of injuries.
We're back out putting salt and sand on the bridges and the overpasses.
Officials say ice on utility lines could cause power outages in some areas. It can even make walking treacherous.
Beginning of the year, we bought a whole pallet of salt, and this is our last couple bags we got.
Some in Virginia appear to be enjoying the snow.
This is a great time for them. They love playing in the snow.
They're in for more of it. Forecasters say a second winter storm starting today will stretch from the plains to the northeast.
All right, sir, good luck.
They predict the third storm will bring heavy rain to California. That includes areas near Redding, still recovering from floods earlier this month. It also includes wildfire burn scars near LA that are now at risk of mudslides.
I do think we're going to lose additional properties on Thursday night.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
And forecasters say areas farther south could see heavy rain and flooding from those first 2 storms.
And locals are recovering after the Ellendale Fire Company shared these photos from a rescue overnight. The Ellendale Fire Company says this crash happened in the area of Maple Branch Road and East Robbins Road Tuesday evening. There had been multiple reports of cars getting stuck in the snow, and you can see on your screen just how difficult it is to see how everything was getting out.
Yeah, all right, we move on to other news now. Ocean City set to discuss open space. Town officials are considering an ordinance to increase the amount of open space a large subdivision or site plan must have. They plan to define what is open space and the design of the feature.
In March, Indian River voters will go to a referendum as the school district is looking for more money. The district announced today it will hold 3 public meetings before the vote to provide more information on that referendum. Funding would be increased for operation costs and the recruitment and retention of staff. Community members will have the opportunity to ask questions during each meeting. And we're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, coming up, Helping Hands for Storm Support. We'll tell you about the services being offered by one organization for older adults on Delmarva.
And animals and the snow will tell you how some locals are protecting their pets from the winter storm.
Disney dials back DEI. We'll tell you what changes the company is making and why. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
See the beauty of Delmarva from a bird's eye view. Soaring over the shore, Mondays on Coast TV News at 6. Sponsored by Morse Roofing and Siding.
Transform your home with Coastline Sunrooms and Awnings. Collectively, with over 40 years experience, our expert team has been designing porch enclosures, sunrooms, and awnings that bring comfort and style to your home.
Whether you're looking for protection from the sun or extra living space, we're here to help. Call now to schedule a no-obligation design. We're offering a free electric recessed fireplace with your sunroom purchase, or get a free upgrade to a motorized awning with an awning purchase. Coastline, Sunrooms and Awnings, we show up.
The 9th Annual Ocean City Film Festival is March 6th through the 9th. Enjoy 100 independent films and party with the stars. Help us welcome 2 local award-winning filmmakers, John Chester and Erica Messer. They'll be on stage at the OC Performing Arts Center commentating on their film, The Biggest Little Fawn. Tickets start at just $20. Make it a weekend and stay at the beach starting at only $59 per night. Get your passes at OCMDFilmFestival.com.
Is your cookware scratched inside and an eyesore on the outside? Introducing Gotham Steel Hammered Cream Cookware. Forged with an authentic hammered design, engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. Gotham Steel features double the non-stick release. Now you can cook healthier without all the butter or oil. Get this huge 15-piece set for 4 payments of $49.99 with free shipping.
To order, call 1-800-513-6408.
Draper Media, an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to provide broad outreach regarding job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should email humanresources@wboc.com.
It is 5:12 on this snowy Wednesday morning, about 5 to 8 inches across the area. Spicer Brothers Cam right now, 33 in Salisbury. We are melting the snow, but the roads are treacherous. Stay off the roads if you can for a couple of hours. We're seeing the snow winding down, maybe still a little bit of light snow flurries or drizzle across Sussex County back into Maryland and the eastern shore. There is another flare-up of snow and rain from St. George Island to Westover and southern parts of Delmarva, so definitely could see a little more snow and rain farther south, and even a little bit of light snow for us. And then another round of rain for us comes in later today. We are looking at temperatures above freezing right now, so we are melting snow, upper 30s at the coast. Here's your drive cast. Treacherous out there. I had a white knuckle drive in this morning. Snow-covered roads. It's slushy as well. And then for the afternoon and evening commute, we're looking at better conditions as temperatures warm up and wet and slushy roads at that time, as I gave it the yellow light.
Okay, Bob, we're going to keep you here because we know you've been working on this. You've been working on this storm for days. We've seen you in your weather center there.
And with all that data, the maps, the radar, what's your biggest concern this morning? I know the roads slow is what you need to do if you're driving.
I would have to say, well, first of all, folks that have health problems, this is a very heavy, wet snow compared to the January storm. It's heavy and wet. So if you have heart problems, probably want to have somebody else shovel your driveway and walk. Secondly, it's the roads. The roads are slick and snow covered. I know the crews have been out there, but it's extremely slick and slushy. But things will improve as we go through the day as temperatures rise above freezing. We'll be looking at those roads become more slushy and wet, especially into the afternoon hours.
All right, thanks, Bob. We're going to stay on this road theme for this segment here. DelDOT is working to keep up with the storm. Just before we went on the air, I spoke on the phone with DelDOT's Director of Communications, C.R. McLeod, and here's what he told me about the status of the roads in these early morning Wednesday hours.
We are seeing our primary roads still partially snow-covered, with our secondary roads really where you're seeing issues where roads are still mostly snow-covered. So that's going to be the focus here over the next several hours, is just getting to those secondary roads and starting to make some progress on getting those clear as well.
Yeah, McLeod also told me that as the temperatures go up later in the morning, that will make these cleanup efforts a bit easier.
And on a lighter note, if you are a hot chocolate lover, clear your schedule for Saturday, February 15th. The Hot Chocolate Fest at Cape Henlopen High School in Lewis will have 3 hot chocolate bars with many different fun toppings and more than 100 vendors, so you can shop while you sip. They'll also have inflatables to keep kids entertained. And Disney is changing how it approaches DEI, and that will result in some changes that are visible to consumers. The company is changing the wording on disclaimers that precede older films on Disney+. The current warning indicates films include, quote, negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures, and that new warning will indicate the content is, quote, presented as originally created and may contain stereotypes or negative depictions.
References to cultural events like Black History Month and Pride Month, they've been removed and updated to Google's calendar's default settings. Among the excluded observances are Women's History Month, Jewish Heritage, Hispanic Heritage, Indigenous People Month, and Holocaust Remembrance Day. A Google spokesperson said the changes were implemented last year as part of a broader revamp of the calendar tool based on user input.
Weather-wise, we're looking at the Hershey exteriors cam right now. The snow has shut off for now as the winter storm is winding down after picking up 4 to 8 inches. Not done with the stormy weather yet. More rain is on the way. I'll track that and have your snow totals coming up in 2 minutes.
Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's coastal charm with Coast Life. Explore local treasures, fresh trends, and unforgettable stories from our coastal communities. Join the adventure with Coast Life, weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
If you know a high school student on Delmarva with a passion for agriculture or the culinary arts,
nominate them to become a WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship winner.
The people who grow and prepare our food are more important than ever.
We are looking for 10 graduating seniors with a passion for feeding the world like we do at Mount Air Farms.
Nominees must have a 3.5 GPA or better, be an active participant in farming or culinary programs, and spend time giving back to the community.
Go to WBOC.com to nominate today.
It's the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket tool that fits, grips, and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any head will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then, up to 150 pounds of torque knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news: Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-519-7208. That's 1-800-519-7208 or visit byreddog.com. Call 1-800-519-7208 now.
Get the Coast TV First Alert Weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free Coast TV First Alert Weather app, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Time is 5:18, and you are looking live at the canals in Ocean City on this Wednesday morning. And now that most of the snowfall is done, Bob, let's talk about how much we got since it started Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, let's get to the good part, right, Matt? Everybody wants to know how much snow we got. I think this verified pretty well. We were going about 5 to 7, 8 inches, and that's pretty much where we fell across the area. Milton picked up 8 inches, Bridgeville 8 inches, Dover and Harrington at 7 inches. We saw Nassau and Salisbury pick up 6.5 inches. I think Salisbury set a new 24-hour record for snowfall. Millsboro and Lewis and Seaford all checked in with 6 inches. Laurel, 5.5 for you. Dagsboro, 5.5, and Bethany Beach at 4.5. Here's what we're expecting now. We have a yellow alert that goes through the rest of the day. This is from melting snow and rain that builds in later today. So we're going to be washing this snow away. This snow not sticking around like that early January snowstorm, because we're looking at milder temperatures and rain building in. And then we're looking at an unsettled weekend on the way with more rain Saturday and Sunday. The winter storm warning for Sussex County has been allowed to expire, but we continue that for Dorchester, Somerset, Wycomico, Worcester counties until 10 a.m. And look at that, it disappeared and now it's back. They're not sure if they want to cancel it or keep it in, but we do know that we're going to be looking at maybe a little more snow and rain, especially as you go farther down south along the peninsula. But we are void of that winter storm warning. So is D.C. Still some winter weather advisories farther to the north. We have temperatures hovering right around the freezing mark, a little bit above, so we're already starting to flatten out that snowpack and melt some of that snow. 34 in Delmar, 33 in Georgetown, 37 in Bethany Beach, up to Rehoboth right now as the winds are coming in out of the northeast. Here's a radar replay from the last several hours as we had that snow coming down at a pace of about 1 to 2 inches per hour. We had some rain that was working its way through Salisbury and Ocean View, keeping your accumulations a little lower, but now that system has moved out and we're just looking at cloudy skies across Sussex County. Maybe a little bit of drizzle, maybe some flurry activity, also the same for Salisbury, back to Ocean Pines, and the eastern shore for now is quiet, but there is a little more snow moving in from southeast Virginia, and then that could clip areas around Salisbury, Ocean City, maybe Sussex County here the next hour, and then it's just plain rain, southern tip of Delmarva down into the Carolinas. And then we get a little lull during the day, but then there's another shot of moisture back through the Tennessee Valley. Now, this will be bringing in some milder air, too, and I think we're looking at primarily rain as we go into the evening hours. So let's walk you through it on Futurecast this morning. We're seeing temperatures warming through the 30s, still a mix of some snow and rain as we go through the morning hours. Very little additional in the way of additional accumulation. By 11:30, we're looking at temperatures near 40 degrees, and we'll be in the low 40s this afternoon, continuing to melt that snow. Then we'll be seeing that rain building back in this evening, become steady to maybe heavy through the overnight hours, essentially washing the snow away. By Thursday morning, it looks like kind of a messy commute instead of snow. We're looking at a rainy start to the day on Thursday. Then we finally clear it out Thursday afternoon with temperatures into the 50s. We're going to pick up an additional half inch or so as we go into Friday, and then we're not done there, because then we're looking at another system into the weekend, bringing rain later Saturday into Sunday. My goodness, this active weather pattern continues. Looks like we finally dry it out by Monday. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. Yellow alert today. We're melting the snow. We're seeing the rain, 41. More rain on Thursday, 52 the highest, so the snow essentially gone then. And then Friday, Valentine's Day, colder, 39. More rain for the weekend, 47 Saturday, 57 Sunday, and then turning colder again next week. Umbrella winner today is Jim Morrow from Lewis. Congratulations to Jim from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you, Bob. Now, we spoke with people out and about across Delmarva on how they are planning to deal with this snow, and some people in Milton say they do a lot of preparations for their animals when winter weather is headed our way.
During the snow, they usually just hunker down in their boxes that's full of straw and stuff, and they huddle together. And they usually just don't come out until the snow is cleared out or it's warm enough for them to come sit in the sun.
Yeah, we continue to update the closings and delays with the snow. You can check the crawl on the bottom of your screen. Up next on Coast TV News Today, Helping Hands for Storm Support. We will tell you about how older adults on Delmarva can take part in many services an organization offers. Don't go anywhere.
There are many signs that can indicate your loved ones are struggling to take care of themselves. Poor hygiene, a messy house, unexplained weight loss, the list goes on. In-home care is a delicate subject, but can greatly improve their quality of life. Express your concerns without accusing. Involve them in decisions and enlist the help of others.
Homewell Care Services provides quality in-home care 24/7 or short-term care when you need it most. To learn more about Homewell Care Services, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
DSN Plus is more action. 4 additional live stream games every weeknight and full replays on demand. DSN Plus is more local. 5 live games every weeknight, showcasing high school showdowns and regional rivalries across Delmarva. DSN Plus is more access. Watch on your mobile devices, and remember, DSN is still free over the air and on cable. But get more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5. It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor.
You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
Is your cookware scratched inside and an eyesore on the outside? Introducing Gotham Steel Hammered Cream Cookware. Forged with an authentic hammered design, engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. Gotham Steel features double the non-stick release. Now you can cook healthier without all the butter or oil. Get this huge 15-piece set for 4 payments of $49.99 with free shipping.
To order, call 1-800-513-6408.
Download the CoastTV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
In Lewis, the village volunteers are prepping for the snowstorm, and the nonprofit provides a number of services for older adults. Volunteers are looking at how to help people get back to their routine once the storm has cleared up.
Starting today, we're starting to look at our services that we have scheduled for tomorrow and rescheduling any of those that are not say medical appointments, for example, so they're not as urgent.
And to learn more about how the organization helps those in need, you can head over to coasttv.com. And Matt, we talked about how yesterday the snow was beautiful when it was falling. I think it's best to stay inside and watch it from your window today, because those roads, especially the back roads.
Yeah, but it does sound like those back roads will be getting more attention as the morning moves on. Bob, we're expecting the temperatures to get above the freezing mark as we move along here.
Yeah, and I think those roads will melt off pretty quickly today, actually, as temperatures rise through the 30s and 40s. So we'll be melting snow at the beaches this morning. Temperatures rising through the 30s, maybe a little bit of drizzle, some snow flurries, otherwise cloudy skies. We get a little lull around the noon hour, lower 40s, and then more rain builds in later on in the evening, washing away more of that snow. And here's the forecast for Lewis and Rehoboth. We're above freezing this morning, so we continue the melting process, and then we're looking at a steady rain building in as we go into the evening hours. And then on the bay side, you're looking at 1 to 2 foot waves. Temperatures in the 30s this morning, but we're above freezing, and rain building in this evening. And Crisfield could be a little rainy and snowy this morning, a little lull by noon, and then more rain by 5 o'clock as the active pattern continues. But it looks like we're done with the snow for a while with rain in our forecast. More on that coming up in the next half hour.
And after the break on Coast TV News today, dangerous road conditions will tell you how you can stay safe. And warnings for the winter storm will check in all across Delmarva to see how this snowfall has accumulated and what to expect as you start your day. Coast TV News today will be right back.
The 9th Annual Ocean City Film Festival is March 6th through the 9th. Enjoy 100 independent films and party with the stars. Help us welcome 2 local award-winning filmmakers, John Chester and Erica Messer. They'll be on stage at the OC Performing Arts Center commentating on their film, The Biggest Little Fawn. Tickets start at just $20. Make it a weekend and stay at the beach starting at only $59 per night. Get your passes at OCMDFilmFestival.com.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro. the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Lasercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Lasercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Lasercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
I love the Four Seasons on Delmarva. This coastal area has so much to offer weather-wise, and sometimes it's a little challenging forecasting for this area. You get the rain snow line here with storms that come up the coast in the wintertime, but that's similar to where I grew up on Long Island. We had the same rain snow line along the coast. So in a lot of ways, it's something I've grown up with and something I'm used to forecasting.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home. Now on Coast TV News.
The latest winter storm did not disappoint. We saw around 5 to 8 inches of snow across the region. The snow has tapered off. Coming up, I'll have the latest snow totals and talk about the next round of rain headed our way. That's coming up next.
We've seen plenty of plows out here in this neighborhood. We'll show you a live look at the snowy conditions.
Snow roads caused crashes. We have several reports of car accidents due to icy conditions, including this one in Ellendale.
Trash delays, that was an issue after last month and what some towns are already announcing as this storm began to hit.
This is Coast TV News Today.
We are continuing with our coverage of this winter storm. We begin this half hour with a live look at Salisbury. As you can see, there's one car driving on the road. Cars look pretty clear. The roads look pretty cleared off, but again, just approach driving with caution. But it is February 12th, 2025. Good morning. I'm Lisa Weber. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick. Winter showing us snow and ice on this Wednesday morning.
Definitely is. Well, we have full coverage of this winter system that we are all waking up to this morning. Our reporters are in the field. Emma Aiken is in Milton, and Brandon Ferguson is on the roads in eastern Sussex County. We will be checking in with both of them in just a moment.
Yeah, right now we're just after 5:31 on this Wednesday morning, and we are over 14 hours since the start of this winter system.
And our first alert meteorologist, Bob Trey, he has been busy this morning tracking all of this snow. Good morning, Bob. What is the latest?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we saw that snow pick up yesterday between about 2 and 3 p.m., and then it didn't stop until about 2 or 3 a.m. this morning. So it is finally winding down. I do want to say on that Tidal Health Cam, that was good to see. The roads there are wet as we're seeing temperatures above freezing. But this is our radar replay. You can see all the snow that was across the area. We even had some rain through Salisbury and Ocean View, keeping your accumulations a little lower, but we saw a good 5 to 8 inches across the area. I'll have those snow totals coming up in a bit, but right now we're looking at just cloudy skies across Sussex County. It's possible we could be looking at some drizzle, some flurries, nothing steady as far as wintry precipitation. Salisbury, you're dry now, but there's another little shot of snow to your south near Princess Anne. Farther north along the eastern shore, you're quiet, but here comes another little shot. Smith Island, Westover, and then south of that, we're looking at some rain. So it looks like primarily Maryland will get this little shot of snow and rain, and just little in the way of additional accumulation as we're looking at the system winding down. There's another round of rain now revving up across the Tennessee Valley, and that's headed our way later today. We do not have a winter storm warning anymore for Sussex County. We continue with parts of the eastern shore back through Salisbury and towards the coast until about 10 a.m. That's for mainly really slushy and snowy road conditions as temperatures are just above the freezing mark. So we are melting some of that snow. 37 Rehoboth and Bethany Beach, 34 in Delmar. Gusty winds at the coast right now. Visibility is good. I am concerned about a little bit of fog later this morning. Otherwise, cloudy skies. Could still spit a little bit of snow and rain this morning, but temperatures on the rise. In fact, by noon, we're in the low 40s, melting a lot of that snow off the road. And then we'll have more snow melt as rain builds in later on. But we do get a little lull later today after morning flurries and drizzle. And then the rain picks up again into the afternoon and evening hours. Much more on this active weather coming up a little bit later on.
Bob, and as we continue with our coverage of this snowstorm, There is concern about the conditions on the back streets and in our neighborhoods.
We find Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken in one of those neighborhoods. She's in Milton. Emma, the snow was constant there starting in the late afternoon on Tuesday.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, the flurries are not coming down as much anymore. Not really at all, just a little bit of mist almost, but the ground is covered. We have this barrier I'm going to attempt to climb over this barrier that the plows have created, but we're seeing them consistently come through this neighborhood here in Milton. I'm laughing because our photographer is trying to get over that barrier. It's almost a foot barrier, but the roads are just a little bit of slush because the plows have gone through. Other than that, they're pretty clear. For now, back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Emma. New this morning, Milton says locals should not expect trash collected by Casella today. According to the town's website, the company will operate on a one-day delay, meaning trash will be picked up tomorrow and yard waste will be picked up on Friday. You may remember the last time Delmarva saw this much snowfall, Casella canceled trash pickups for the next day as well.
And moments ago, we saw with Emma, we got to look at some of the side streets in our area. We're now going to one of the main roads along the coast, Coastal Highway.
And that's where we're going to find reporter Brandon Ferguson. He's in our First Alert weather Jeep, and Brandon has been getting a first-hand account of all of the road conditions.
Good morning, Lisa and Matt. I've been on Coastal Highway all morning, and most of the snow has been off of the highway and mostly just icy conditions, but we're now going over the Indian River Inlet Bridge. And just getting up this bridge, it is very icy. And to the back roads getting on Coastal Highway earlier this morning, there's still snow on those roads and even trees down at certain parts. So be on the lookout for that. But for Coastal Highway, mostly just black ice is going to be of concern for drivers. For now, I'm Brandon Ferguson in the First Alert Weather Jeep. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Brandon. And road conditions are getting back to normal as crews in Maryland and Delaware clear the snow and ice.
Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us what conditions looked like just a few hours ago.
Pushing snow away as more and more falls down onto the coast. That's the scene on Delmarva Tuesday after lots of snowfall turned our streets and beaches white. Georgetown local John Chambers, however, says if it's anything like the last storm, he isn't too worried.
The roads were taken care of very quickly, and today and the last time it snowed, it was all good. It was all good. I mean, you got around. That's the main thing.
Even Steve Elser, who had to help a friend's car out of the snow, is having a good time.
It made me happy that at least I could stop to help somebody that was in need in the middle of nowhere.
But Joe Johnson of Milton feels differently. He told Coast TV while DelDOT's efforts are strong, there are too many roads to keep track of.
I think Route 1 and all the main arteries have been very well taken care of, but a lot of little side roads and subdivisions and developments, I think they get a little neglected just because there are so many of them.
As you can see, the plow trucks are hard at work, and take a look at this right here. After they're done making their trip through the parking lot, the snow is following right behind them, and it's going to turn into this. It's light snow right now, but it's only going to get worse as the night goes on. Snow is expected to keep falling on the coast up until early Wednesday morning. For Coast TV News, I'm Brendan Conroy.
DelDOT has many resources to monitor road conditions in real time. The department offering 230 traffic cameras and a snowplow tracker active throughout the entire system. This is available on DelDOT's website and app.
And of course, stay tuned with Coast TV News on our website and our app for updates on those weather conditions.
And for continued coverage of this snowstorm, listen to all our radio stations, download our Coast TV First Alert Weather app, and follow live updates. We are your source for winter events.
Locals are recovering after the Ellendale Fire Company shared these photos from a rescue overnight. The fire company says the crash happened in the area of Maple Branch Road and East Robbins Road on Tuesday evening. There have been multiple reports of cars getting stuck in the snow already, and you can see on your screen just how difficult it is to see out there as that snow was coming down. And in March, Indian River voters will go to a referendum as the school district is looking for more money. The district announced Tuesday it will hold 3 public meetings before the vote to provide more information on the referendum. Funding would be for increasing operation costs and the recruitment and retention of staff. Community members will have the opportunity to ask questions during each meeting.
Ocean City is set to discuss open space. According to the agenda for town officials, they're considering an ordinance to increase the amount of open space in a big subdivision or site plan that they must have. Also, they will attempt to clarify what open space is and the design of that feature. There's a meeting that is supposed to be scheduled today at 5:30. No word if that's been canceled or not.
The American teacher held captive in Russia for more than 3 years is back on American soil, arriving in Washington, D.C. He met with the president, and in the evening, the White House posted this photo on social media of a jubilant Fogel planning a joint base Andrews. You can see Fogel shaking hands with President Trump before heading inside, where he described his feelings on returning back to the United States.
These men that came from the diplomatic service are heroes. The senators and representatives that passed legislation in my honor to get me home are the heroes.
Fogel explained how much it meant to his family to also have him back home in the U.S.
President Trump's choice for Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, has picked up support from 2 key Republicans. However, the Senate's confirmation vote that was supposed to take place at 12:30 a.m. this morning, it was delayed due to the snowstorm that also hit the nation's capital. So instead, the Senate will return today at 11 a.m. to vote on Gabbard's confirmation. Still have a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, Furry Friend Feud will tell you about the debate happening in one business in Wicomico County.
Also, it's time for the champions to celebrate the latest on the Eagles and some moves being made from their coaching staff.
Preparing for a parade, we'll tell you when the Philadelphia Eagles will celebrate another Eagles Super Bowl win. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
We salute Chief Cecilia E. Ash. Chief Ash leads the Milford Police Department with a commitment to fairness, compassion, and integrity. Upholding the values of honor, integrity, dedication, and duty, she emphasizes community engagement and trust. Chief Ash continuously advances the department through training and evidence-based practices, focusing on empathetic service. We salute her dedicated leadership and commitment to the Milford community.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
These fields are empty now, but soon they'll be alive.
Some teams can only dream to play it because they can't afford it. And that is why Toyota is sponsoring Delmarva's Dream Team.
We're looking for teams from any sport and any level. Each month, your Delmarva Toyota dealer will give one local team a $1,000 grant. And after the year, one finalist will receive an additional $3,000.
Nominate your dream team at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
DSN's Delmarva's Dream Team, sponsored by your local Toyota dealer.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
The Salisbury Stakes are serving up some smoking soccer action on the Delmarva Sports Network. Feel the fire as the stakes grill their opponents and sear the competition. They're bringing the heat, from hot goals to sizzling saves. It's the perfect recipe for soccer excitement. Don't miss their flavor-packed season. Get your soccer well done. Watch the Salisbury Stakes only on the Delmarva Sports Network and the DSN app.
5:43 on our Wednesday morning as the snowstorm is now pretty much over, but you can see the accumulating snow in Ocean City right now on the Dry Tech cam. But visibility is good. No snow now. Maybe a little bit of drizzle or flurries, and there's a radar replay showing all that snow. Even some rain farther south earlier on. But right now, we are looking at just cloudy skies across Sussex County. A little bit more snow now making its way into Maryland through Prentice Ann and Newark, and then farther to the south. A little bit of that snow and rain, especially central and southern parts of Delmarva. Otherwise, the main event is done. Now we're watching more rain that builds in later on. I am a little concerned about maybe some power outage today with the snow on the branches and power lines, and we're looking at a moderate chance of that with 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. Call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone, another way to get your forecast, sponsored by Brockstead, Mandalis, and Federico.
Thank you, Bob, and we're going to keep you here. We know that you and the rest of the meteorologists, they have been busy at their computer tracking these storms for the past week.
Yeah, and Bob, you mentioned that thick snow resting on the power lines. We do have that concern right now. Just checking, don't really see a lot out there right now, but that doesn't mean that could be an issue in the next couple of hours.
That's true. This snow was loaded with moisture, and of course it was sticking to all the trees. We had very little wind. It's weighing down probably the power lines and the branches as well. And we're going to add a little bit of wind to that today too, about 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. So I am concerned about a moderate chance of power outages, especially along the coast where it's a little breezier. Then that should improve as we go through the day as temperatures rise through the 30s into the 40s and we melt some of that snow.
Thanks, Bob. We will keep monitoring that as the day moves along. Also, we are tracking the roads. DelDOT is working to keep up with this storm. And just before we went on the air, I spoke on the phone with DelDOT's Director of Communications, C.R. McLeod. Here's what he told me about how the rising temperatures will help clearing the roads.
We're actually going to be seeing temperatures come up fairly quickly once daylight arrives. So that's really going to help in the efforts to get the roads clear. We expect to see some pretty significant melting. So, that'll be good news. But again, it is going to be slow going and, definitely slippery until, really we see the temperatures start to come up in the daylight hours.
McLeod also told me the focus will shift to getting the secondary roads, those back roads, cleared of snow.
There will be even more brotherly love than usual in Philadelphia this Valentine's Day. That's when the city is throwing its Super Bowl parade and ceremony for the Philadelphia Eagles. Preparations are underway for that big celebration, and the Eagles again beat the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 on Sunday. Quarterback Jalen Hurts was named the game's most valuable player.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning, sports fans. The celebration continues as the Eagles are coming off their Super Bowl 59 victory over the Kansas City Chiefs. 40-22, but the celebration doesn't stop there. The Eagles will hold their Super Bowl parade in the City of Brotherly Love this Friday, February 14th. It's a green and white confetti capper to a dominating season for the Birds. Philly scored a combined 145 points across its 4 playoff games. That's the most points scored by any team in a single postseason run. The parade will begin at 11 a.m. and the ceremony with the Eagles coaches and players on the Rocky Steps at the Art Museum will be from 2 to 3:15 p.m. And a one and done in Philly as Eagles offensive coordinator Kellen Moore has officially been hired as the new head coach for the Saints. Just 2 days after the Super Bowl 59 victory, Moore will be staying in the Big Easy in the long haul after finalizing a deal for his first head coaching job in the National Football League. In just 1 year with the Birds, Moore piloted the offense, ranking top 8 in total yards and points scored, including Saquon Barkley rushing for over 2,000 yards. Fresh off a Super Bowl victory, Moore will aim to turn around a franchise that hasn't seen the postseason since 2021. That over sports. Have a great day, everybody.
And coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network, 8:30, Seaford hosting Laurel and boys basketball. And then for a full recap of all the action, it is the final score at 10:30.
We're seeing wet roads right now on the Tidal Health Cam in Salisbury, hovering just above freezing there. But where you are, probably slick and slushy roads, snow covered, so really be careful out there. As the winter storm is winding down after picking up 4 to 8 inches of the white stuff. Not done with the stormy weather yet. More rain is on the way. I'll track that, has snow totals, and much more in your full forecast in 2 minutes.
Listen to Big 107.7, Delmarva's classic rock station.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store. where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's coastal charm with Coast Life. Explore local treasures, fresh trends, and unforgettable stories from our coastal communities. Join the adventure with Coast Life, weekdays at 4 on CoastTV.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
With all the choices of services on Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields with Delmarva Experts. Sponsored by Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, and Delmarva Dave. Visit DelmarvaExperts.com for various local professionals offering the best of Delmarva. Delmarva Experts, local experts right when you need them.
Get the Coast TV First Alert Weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free Coast TV First Alert Weather app, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. Coast TV News can be heard on Coast Country.
The time is now 5:50 and we are taking a live look outside of Ocean City this morning. And Bob, you have been busy this morning. We have a lot going on. If you're driving, you need to be extra careful. But if you want to go somewhere like Ocean City today, I don't know if the beach is the best for being on the water.
Well, yeah, the beaches, maybe you want to stay inside, just kind of take it easy, slowly shovel off the walk and driveway, and just take it slow today. And if you can delay travel, that's what I would do, because I think we'll see the road conditions improving as we go throughout the day. But the snowfall total is pretty much what we expected, about 5 to 8 inches of heavy wet snow. Milton and Bridgeville picked up 8 inches, Dover and Harrington 7, 6.5 inches in Nassau and Salisbury, which set a new 24-hour snowfall record for them. In Millsboro, I mentioned measured about 6 inches, the same for Lewis and Seaford, 5.5 in Laurel and Dagsboro and Bethany Beach, about 4.5 inches of snow. And we're expecting a yellow alert to continue today for the melting snow, treacherous driving conditions, and then rain building in later on. So not as cold, as we'll be melting some of that snow. So the snow not sticking around like the big storm we had in January. We had all that cold air coming in behind that system. Not this time around. It's milder, and we've got rain coming up after that. And then an unsettled weekend on the way with more rain at that time. And it looks like they've canceled all the winter storm warnings for the Eastern Shore and Delaware as well. So we're done here, but still looks like hanging on across Eastern Virginia, and some winter weather advisories farther to the north. As temperatures are hovering just above freezing now from Salisbury to Milton, around 33, 35 in Ocean Pines, 37 in Bethany Beach, and Rehoboth at 37 degrees. And we do have a bit of a wind, especially at the beaches. I'm concerned about that with the snow weighing down on the branches and power lines, maybe some power outages as we go through the morning hours, but we have not reported that many so far. So that's good. But you can see this radar replay, all the snow that came through yesterday afternoon into last night, and even some rain from Salisbury towards Ocean View with some of the warmer air. But now it's pretty much over. Just looking at cloudy skies, maybe a little bit of drizzle across Sussex County and some flurries. And we are seeing another little push of snow through Whiteburg and Colburn, south and east of Salisbury, maybe even some rain a little farther to the south near Chincoteague right now. You can see this little burst of snow and even some rain farther to the south. Looks like primarily across Virginia and Maryland. Looks like it'll miss Delaware, and that extends farther to the south and west as we're watching another storm on the heels of this one, bringing rain across the Tennessee Valley, and then that rain will be moving in for us a little bit later later on this afternoon. No rest for the weary. Here's Futurecast this morning. It's cloudy, maybe a little bit of snow and rain continuing, very little in the way of additional accumulations. And then temperatures in the low 40s into the afternoon, melting off a lot of that snow with improving road conditions, but still wet and slushy roads. And then we see another round of rain building in for this evening. It becomes steady through the overnight. Notice the temperatures in the lower 40s. So we're essentially going to wash away, I think, the rest of the snow and maybe heavy rain as we go into Thursday morning. So this morning it was a snow aftermath. Tomorrow morning, I think we're dealing with a messy commute with more rain, and then we clear it out into the afternoon with temperatures into the 50s. So that'll be good. We're looking at maybe an additional half inch or so of rain into Friday, and then more is on the way after that. As we go into the weekend, look at this. It's going to be wet later Saturday and into Sunday. It's going to be wet, not white. So I think we're done with the falling snow for a while. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. Yellow alert for the rain and melting snow today. 52 more rain Thursday. Valentine's Day, 39 colder, rainy for the weekend again, and then turning cold and dry into early next week. 19 the low on Tuesday morning.
Thank you, Bob. Moving on to other news. Dog kennel owners in Wicomico County believe their businesses could be in jeopardy. The Wicomico County Council recently passed legislation that would require all dog kennels to be at least 1,000 feet away from the nearest home. Businesses do have 3 years to comply, but this is a big order here because it impacts every single kennel within the county, and kennel owners say this leaves them with very little wiggle room.
I have no place to move this. I'm not going to move it. I'm not going to spend $100,000 and try to put the kennel somewhere else somehow. Still wouldn't be in compliance. Say they say 500 feet. I still wouldn't want to do that because now I would never know. I'm not grandfathered, so I would never know when that was going to change again.
And County Executive Julie Giordano tells CoastTV that she will veto this bill at the next Wicomico County Council meeting on February 8th.
We're seeing wet roads right now on the Tidal Health Cam in Salisbury, just above freezing where you are. Slushy and snow-covered roads. Be careful out there as the winter storm has now moved out after picking up 4 to 8 inches of snow. Not done with the stormy weather yet. More rain is on the way as we go into tomorrow and the weekend as well. Your 10-day forecast is next.
Capture your favorite moments at the CoastTV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at coasttv.com under the Features tab. The CoastTV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid. Yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
Do you have stains in your carpet that won't come out? You need Horsepower Bullshot, the all-new hands-free carpet cleaner and deodorizer. Just spray, and the stain and odor go away. Got pet messes? This black light shows a urine stain is gone in just seconds. The advanced foam action formula penetrates deep to emulsify and neutralize stains and odors. It erases blood stains, makeup, juice, coffee, and more. For older and tougher stains, just give it a little rub and watch as Bullshot works its magic. Red wine spills? They're no problem for Bullshot. And watch up close as burnt bacon grease stains are obliterated right before your very eyes. Get Horsepower Bullshot for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get yours. And there's a strict limit of 3 at this low, low price. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com. So call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com now.
It is 5:58 and we are going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Today's coastal pet of the day, we actually have two of them. They're two recently rescued pups on your screen. It's Tiki and Maui. They were recently rescued. They love their new home, and they are submitted to us by Beth in Rehoboth Beach.
And we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
Yeah, you got that QR code there. If you scan that, you can get your friends to us, and then you can watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
And it is 5:58, so we're going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey to tell us about our forecast.
Yeah, guys, the accumulating snow is over. Now it's the aftermath and the cleanup, and still a little bit of snow and drizzle, some rain this morning. Temperatures rising, so we're melting the snow, and then by afternoon, another round of rain builds in with temperatures in the low 40s, so a yellow alert for that. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. That rain lingers into Thursday up to 52, so goodbye snow. Valentine's Day is colder, 39. More rain for the weekend, and boy, the winter cold is back next week with highs only in the mid-30s, and dare I say, another chance of rain and snow possible by Thursday, but one storm at a time.
Coming up at 6 a.m., we give you a live update of the icy conditions on Coastal Highway.